them or how much they cost. There's a pretty huge range of prices here, $20 to $120.
Really?
Ooh. Yeah. We brought out the good stuff.
Well, I hope so. This is PBS. You better bring out the
Of course.
Send your dollars in now.
We're giving you
$120. We'll get you a bottle.
This is $120 wine. You're not going to drink it, but
there'll be no label on it.
So you'll taste them blind. Different range of vintages too, 2005 to 2008, and then you just determine which one you love the best. We're also very lucky, Dave, because Emily, my fellow wine expert, actually grew up in Burgundy.
Oh, Emily did?
Emily grew up in Burgundy, yeah. And so she's going to introduce our home audience to the 6 wonderful wines we've got. You won't be able to hear what she's doing because that would spoil the blindness of the whole thing.
Oh,
but
right.
The audience
we'll get to hear it afterwards.
But the audience is also... They don't know what wines they're doing.
The audience doesn't know a thing.
Okay, I just want to make that clear.
They're blind too, right?
Yes.
They're blind
It's so sad. It was very hard to find that many blind people who like wine.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the wines we've got tonight.
All right.
Okay.
And all the labels have Braille on them.
Our first wine is a Nuit Saint-Georges, Domaine des Perdrix, Premier Cru, Au Perdrix, Vintage 2008. At Domaine des Perdrix, the De Villers family gives us a more modern approach to Burgundy with a much fuller flavor. Our second wine is a 2008 Bourgogne Rouge, L'Or Michel, from Maison Fougeret de Beauclerc. Jean-Louis Fougeret started making wine, working as an administrator during the day, and at night tended to his vines. His first cuvée was created in 1979, and today his daughter Laurence runs the winery. Our next Burgundy is a 2005 Givry Premier Cru from Domaine Clos Salomon. Clos Salomon is one of the oldest domains in Givry, dating back to the 1300s, when Hugues Salomon sold wine to the popes at Avignon. That was almost 2 centuries before Columbus discovered America. Our fourth wine is a Vosne Romanée from Domaine Dominique Mugneret, vintage 2007. The domain was created by the 22-year-old Marcel Mugneret in 1935. And since then has been passed through 3 generations. The wine combines traditional philosophy with modern techniques, which makes for a great Burgundy. Next, we have the 2007 Volnay Premier Cru Centenot from Domaine Jacques Prieur. Established in the 18th century, Domaine Jacques Prieur is known for bringing together a selection of wines from the most prestigious terroir in Burgundy. From Le Montrachet to Le Chambertin, the domain owns vineyards in some 22 appellations. Our final bottle is a Marsanais from Domaine Sylvain Pataille, vintage 2008. Before opening his winery in 1999, Sylvain worked in the city of Bordeaux as an enologist, which is an expert in the science of winemaking. His focus is simplicity and environment, which is key to the identity of Burgundy. All of the wines today were chosen by a panel of top wine experts. They are all terrific, and we get to choose our favorite. Here in our studio, our très chic audience just completed their blind tasting of our 6 wines. Let's take a look.
Okay, well, as we start our tasting, let me tell you a little bit about Burgundy, which is one of the most famous wine regions in the world, basically. And your home, which is kind of a nice thing.
My very lovely home.
It's in the eastern side of France, and winemaking in Burgundy dates back, give or take, to the 2nd century at least, if not, by some accounts, people think that people were growing grapes here before the birth of Christ. There's been a lot of wine grown in Burgundy over time. Throughout the centuries, Burgundy's winemakers have developed an incredibly close and extraordinarily nuanced sense of their vineyards. Each tiny variation in the soil has kind of passed through into the wines, and they've really learned to express the character of those vineyards. That's why when we talk about red Burgundy, even more than who made the wine or what the producer is, the key thing is where it's from, what the vineyard is, which village, which vineyard, which little specific plot of land. That's a specific plot of land between your hands there. And the other thing, the other key thing you need to know about red Burgundy as you taste these is that they're made from the Pinot Noir grape.
Let's check in with the audience. Have you picked your vin du jour? Yeah! Fantastic. Let's head upstairs and join Stanley Tucci, Ray, and our guests as they try these remarkable wines. On y va!
Okay, it's time to try our first wine. Right. You'll see that there's a colored ribbon on each of the glasses. We're going to go left to right. Blue is the first wine. During the tasting, I don't want you to worry about whether you agree with everybody else. Just figure out what you like yourself. Okay. Think about it, the smell, the taste.
Do we vocalize it or not?
Absolutely.
Yes. You're asking if you're going to vocalize it?
Exactly.
All right. I'm just talking about, should I say, oh, this is the best one.
Otherwise, it would be just a blind taste testing for mutes.
If it inspires you to sing.
Don't influence us.
I won't, I promise.